Mm-hmm. What's up, guys? What is up? It's Tyler with Hook Sets Are Free. Welcome back to another video. This is a live stream. It is Friday night, July 17th. Hope you're doing well whenever it is that you're watching this, day or night. Appreciate you joining. We are going to do something special tonight and open a couple of packages sent in from subscribers. So I'm going to give people a couple minutes to hop in here because, to my knowledge, Riley and Will and William should all probably be in here tonight, and it should be a really fun time to open packages that they sent me. I have not opened the contents of these packages yet, and it will be fun to see what it is that they ended up sending in. Brian Waterman in the house. Not too much, man. How are you doing? Saw you in the Tackle Warehouse live stream yesterday during lunchtime. That was pretty cool to see. Right after Todd Castledine was streaming and talking about the Hybrid Hunter. William Plunkett, what's up, man? Good to see you. Always so nice of you to ask how the wife and kids are doing. They're doing well. The wife is working right now. The kids are sleeping as of an hour ago. So I just put them down and got my stuff together to hop on here. So gonna open the package that you and Riley sent. That's this one right here. Sorry, I wasn't trying to show the contact information. And then one sent in from Will Perriman. So hopefully Riley and Will Perriman will be in here. Ray told me that he would not be able to join in tonight. So no big deal. We will just hang out for maybe an hour or so or just see how it goes. But hope you guys have been having a good week. Yeah, Brian, I agree. It has been pretty fun to watch. Interesting, but, you know, of course, most of those products or the information and the names and photos about the products were released early in the week. So not a lot that was a surprise to hear when individual pros were getting on and talking about the products themselves. But kind of cool. And I'll admit I've tuned into a lot of it. So Riley, how are you? Riley and William are both here. Right on, right on. Ron Holly, what up, dude? Eight people in here, 5 thumbs up already. Appreciate you guys. Super fun. By the way, I went fishing today for minutes, just during lunch after watering the lawn, and right after my wife and daughters went down for a nap, and I caught 6 of those massive goldfish, and I caught it all on video. So I'll post that for you guys to see here in the next, week or two for sure. But that was fun. I was only out for like 30 minutes, so I won't have to do much editing of the video footage. Riley, I'm actually just drinking some old school Tang. Tang, believe it or not, non-alcoholic this evening. So not Gatorade, but Tang. I don't know if you guys ever drank Tang growing up. That was a thing when I was growing up. So I saw it in the grocery store recently, and I got it. My wife was giving me a hard time about it, but yeah. Anyway, it's in the powder form, so mixed up a little Tang. That's why you see me and hear me stirring it up right now, is that it's still a little bit powdery. So Just Fishing Wyoming, what's up, man? That is very cool. You're not working tonight. Good to see. So you'll be able to hang out for a while. Guys, we are going to open a couple of packages. Like I said, I've got 2 packages. Well, hopefully my connection is stable. Sorry about that, guys. Lance Stevens, what's up, man? So I got 1 package from Riley and William. Hoping this is the right package this time. And then I've got 1 package from our boy Will Perriman. He told me that he was going to send me a swim bait. And so I know it's in there, but look at the size of this box. So I wonder if there's something else in there as well. He and I were messaging earlier this evening. He was going to go out for a little night fishing tonight, but said it was pretty crummy, rainy weather. So I'm going to get right into this package, guys, if you don't mind. This one being from Riley and William. So going to flip open my fancy knife here. And let's go. Bosco. I don't know who Bosco is. Do I even need a knife? Well, maybe, maybe not. 3, 2, 1. Open sesame, says William. Yeah. Here we go. By the way, I just want to say before I even look at any of this, thank you so much for sending this my way. So Riley, looks like there's a couple individual packages in here. Okay, so 2 packages and a letter. So you tell me, guys, can I read the letters out loud or should I not? Because I definitely don't have to. This is a letter from Riley's mom, saying Riley's in Texas at her father's house, but she left me strict instructions to send this box to you when everything came in. Just wanted to say thank you for being such a great fishing buddy to my old soul of a daughter. She's the most badass person under 21 I know. Just keep up your channel. It's making people smile. Cool. It's very nice. And then another one from your mom. Tyler, I was left strict instructions about this fishing gear, so saw the opportunity to say thanks, and I took it. Riley really enjoys your live streams, your friendship, and just the company of a fellow fisherman. She's the coolest chick ever, is she not? Gets it from her mom. Thanks for doing what you do. Cool. Right on. So I'm not sure. I don't really have instructions on what is what, but let's go with just package number 1, guys. This is a little tackle box here. Little Plano, small size. Looks like this one is the one from William, if I had to guess. No, Riley. These are the custom baits that I know you were looking forward to. The red and black, chrome lipless, but these are better. P.S. These are fresh, never used. You're the only one who has these. No way. Look at that color pattern. Awesome. Check that out. Just a clear lipless. This is like a Bill Lewis rattle trap, right? Now, were these custom painted or what's the deal? Tell me here, Riley. Did you paint these? Did somebody else paint these? Are these not Bill Lewis rattle traps? Are these a different bait? What's the story behind these? Yeah, I know. But I know they're BBs. But this bait looks a ton like the Bill Lewis rattle trap, and this guy looks a ton like the Cotton Cordell Super Spot. Awesome color as well. So we got 3 lipless crankbaits here. Beautiful colors. And then we've got, I think this was William's homemade bait. William, tell me, did you make this? Looks kind of like a pencil. Probably fishes like a topwater. Did you test it in the water, William? Have you do you know if this thing floats or if it walks? And what kind of action it has? And then it looks like we've got some Texas rig bullet weights in here as well. So very cool. Appreciate it, guys. And then in here, we've got kind of a bunch of stuff. So we've got a letter here first from Riley, and I'm going to just read this later because I apologize how long it took me to read the letter from her mom, but there's this nice letter written from Riley, and we're going to go ahead and pull out these baits because there's kind of a lot in here. And Riley, you really didn't have to do this, but anyway, we got first of all a couple of Berkeley flicker shads. I do have some of these already in my box that I can see over here. I'm not going to tiptoe over to get it through the mess. These are the size 7, and these are great baits. You know, essentially this is the Berkeley version of the Rapala shad wrap. And so these are a plastic bait instead of balsa wood, and they have a rattle in them and are awesome mid-diving, tight wobbling crankbaits. So again, this is the size 7. These guys dive 11 to 13 feet. So pretty medium to deep diving for the bodies of water that I fish. I think most of the flicker shads that I have are like the size 5, maybe size 6, but really cool 2 colors here. First is the classic black and silver, obviously, and second is the blue tiger. I don't think I have any of their baits in that color. And then we've got 2 of the Berkeley Chopos. Wow. So this is the Chopo 90 in the black, aka the Maverick color. And this is actually a bait that I did have 2 years ago and had a ton of luck on it, and then I lost it early last season. So the Chopos that I have right now are all 120s. I don't have any 90s or 105s, and I'm happy to have this back in the arsenal. I will say I like this Chopo 10 or Chopo 90 quite a bit better than I like the Whopper Plopper size 90, and that's just me. You know, honestly, the bait is a bit different. It is made from a hard plastic, and the tail is not flexible or bendable at all. It is prone to breaking if you cast this onto rocks, but this bait has an awesome and super aggressive action. It is much louder than a Whopper Plopper 90, and I actually really like this dark black color. Awesome bait here, the Maverick, and then the larger 120 size in the MF Shad color. I don't have any in this color either. I'll pull down my plopper box in a second here to show you guys just how they compare. That's a cool cool color pattern. It's a little bit more faded than I thought it would be. And so as you can see, that 120 is significantly bigger than that 90. And as I was saying, I've got two Chapo 120s right now, but none in that color already. And then I was going to show you the 90. The 90 Whopper Plopper. So as you can see, the Whopper Plopper has a tail that you can bend, right? It's made from a softer plastic, and the body is made from a little bit more durable plastic than the Chapo. But these guys are almost identical baits, and I think the prop on the Chapo spins a little bit easier, and it's more curved and harder, so it kicks, puts out a stronger vibration, and I love that. So has a little bit of a rattle in it too, and the plopper, I believe, does not. Anyway, I'm gonna get myself hooked, and this plopper box was a lot fuller than I thought. I thought I'd just be able to throw those guys in, but this actually, I've got rats on the top half and ploppers on the bottom half. So this box is you know, full already, but I'll figure out how to find room to put those new Chapos. So right on. And there's two more baits in here. Looks like a couple of 6th Sense Divine Swim Jigs. Aaron's Outdoor, what up, dude? How are you doing, man? We are doing well here. Oh no, these are Divine Hybrid Jigs, not Divine Swim Jigs. So even better, because I think I just got my first Divine Hybrid Jig recently, and I only have one. So to have a couple more in the arsenal is definitely a good thing. Well, I just tossed that down without even checking the color on that. I think it said green pumpkin candy. Look at that thing. Beautiful. This is the 1/2 ounce. Yeah, these jigs have a standard molded keeper on there. Big old, that's got to be a 5/0 hook, maybe a 4/0. And then this do everything head shape where you literally can skip, cast, flip, swim, kind of do whatever you want with it. So really like these jigs, and to have a couple more of them is a good idea. This color is called Backwater Special. myself there. Backwater special. Ooh, has some interesting reds and blacks and what is that, light blue craw on the bottom there. So a little bit more of like a California 420 type of color. Green pumpkin candy, and then I think the other one that I have is like a blue craw type of color. So awesome additions to the arsenal between those flicker shads, these choppos, these jigs, and those lipless crankbaits. Really excited to try out that homemade bait that you tried, William. So can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you sending me this package of baits. Super, super generous, guys. Thank you very much. You didn't need to do that whatsoever. And I do want to keep in touch with you, Riley. We didn't talk about specifically how to collaborate for a giveaway moving forward. In addition to the standard giveaways that I do, and I will be posting my giveaway for the month of July here in the next few days or week. And I haven't totally decided what I'm going to put in there, but there is going to be a little bit of top water. So it's probably going to be one of these style giveaways where I'm putting together a tackle box full of lures from my boxes as opposed to, unopened things, unless you wanted me to do something that's a little bit more focused on soft plastics, in which case then I could round up a bunch of stuff from behind me and in some of the tubs that I've got. So anyway, guys, is Will Perriman in the building? You tell me. Oh, he's here. How? That was eerie timing, Will. You and I are way too much on the same page this evening. Holy crap. Okay. Well, I just opened Riley and William's package, and it was rad. And now I'm going to open yours, man. Lance Stevens says, caught my new PB pike yesterday, 37 inches long, caught it on a buzzbait. Had 3 blow-ups and finally caught it on the 3rd blow-up. Woo! Thought it was a 10-pound bass at the first of the blow-ups. That is insane, man. Super fun to have the same fish blow up on it 3 times on the same retrieve, or even if it was not the same retrieve, 3 times in a row. That's awesome. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, Aaron, I have seen the new Z-Man goat. And it definitely reminds me of the Menace. So, what's cool about it though is that it's Elastec, right? So I'm pumped to give it a shot. And same with the Pro Craws, just an upsized version of the RD Craws. Why not? The only thing that sucks is that the Pro Craws come in like a 3-pack. I think. I don't know about the goat. The mid-size or the billy goat, like how many come in a pack, I'm not quite sure. But they definitely look like they're going to be good baits. All right, guys. Will Perriman, I'm sorry to hear that you got rained out, man. I know that you're a night fisherman at heart, and I am too. I haven't been in about a week or so out night fishing. I've just been fishing in the neighborhood for these goldfish that I have this weird feeling that like they're going to get removed or they're all going to die. But while they're all here and reproducing and super plentiful, I'm going to catch and release as many as I can. So Russ Dennis, what up, dude? Eric Sasser just got in from night fishing. Right on, man. How was it? And what baits were you throwing, dude? Okay, Aaron, 4 in a pack for the midsize. What? 6 for the smaller and 3 for the biggest. Yeah, see, man, that kind of bugs me that you only get 3 in a pack for the big goat and for the big Pro Craw. That kind of chaps my ass just a little bit, you know. But I guess 4 in a pack for the midsize is still not enough either. You know, I get the argument that, like, you know, you get more for your baits, right? Fewer go much further. So 4 baits is the equivalent of like a few packs of other baits, but still kind of bugs me. Black and blue chatterbait with a Zako trailer, right on, man. Yeah, that was killer for me about 2 weeks ago. I managed to catch about 20 or so fish on the same trailer before it got shredded. But yeah, that's a killer combo for sure. I agree, Aaron. All right, guys, first in the package from Will Perriman, and I knew this was coming. He and I had messaged back and forth about this. He asked me if I had any of these in my box and if I had the gear to throw this on. And I said, no, I don't have any of those in my box. And yes, I have the gear to throw it on. And I'm interested, dude. This is the dual hardcore Ninja Swimmer. They make the Ninja Twitch Glide and the Ninja Swimmer. And this is like a $40 bait, but they've been on sale a lot recently. And I know Will said he managed to grab a couple of them on eBay. And so anyway, this is a really big bait. It's a 7-inch long. Yeah, 180 millimeter. It only weighs 2 1/8. 62 grams. Russ Dennis, that is a really tough question because I have a feeling that, you know, my fishing habits are going to evolve over time. But with the way that things are going right now, I'm probably a bait caster. I feel like technology is moving in the direction that, you know, I could use something like a Daiwa Tatula SV, and I could throw lightweight, you know, finesse lures on it if need be, and I could go beefier and throw heavier stuff too. And technology is just getting more and more advanced. But you know, technically a spinning reel, you know, a 3,000 size spinning reel is going to be the most versatile. You know, one thing does it all. So I don't know, Russ. It's a good question though. Eric says super glue saves the day. Yes, it does. You're right. When it comes to chatterbait trailers, for sure. Aaron's Outdoors says Z-Man Ned EWG are like $6.99 for 3. Yeah, definitely overpriced. And I said it in the last stream, but I'm going to stick with the lifted jigs Ned EWG for now. And while I'm at it, I'm going to try, you know, the new owner blockhead EWGs as well, just because why not? You know, I'm sure those will be awesome. And chances are they're not going to downsize the hook. I like the 1/0 VMC hook on the lifted jigs compared to the size 1 hook on the new Z-Man hooks. But yeah, not surprised, but I am a little disappointed that Z-Man copied those hooks. Now look at this bait, guys. Holy. So it's got a square bill on it. I'm not sure about diving depth on this thing or sink rate. It says it's floating, so it's black with a little bit of a blue nose. Super shiny gold, single jointed. It's got a nice soft tail. The package comes with 1 spare tail up top. Like I said, this thing weighs 62 grams, so a little over 2 ounces. Does not feel super heavy. Honestly, this will be very, very manageable on, you know, my mid-size swim bait setup, which is a Dobbins Fury 795 swim bait rod, and I use a Daiwa Tatula 200 TWS reel for that. So should be just fine. Just fishing. Replace your spinning gear with BFS baitcaster. Yeah, no, totally. But you know, the question was if you could only have one. Not necessarily baitcaster versus spinning, but if you could have one, I don't think it would be a BFS baitcaster. I think it would be a, you know, middle of the road baitcaster, most likely, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, Will. It is a funky way of Z-Man raising the price. Why not just start charging, you know, $5 a pack for your baits? Just raise the price literally. Looks like there's a lucky tackle box in here, and Will was saying something via Instagram. Tell me what you were saying, Will. Is this a lucky tackle box, or is it not? Like what's actually in here? Yeah, Will, it's a great rod, man. Okay, Will. So it dives 2 to 3 feet, and George, it's not a glide bait, but a just a floating single jointed swim bait rather, and it is the dual hardcore Ninja Swimmer. Okay. I think you can find them on sale on Discount Tackle right now for like $30. Okay, so Will says recycling, just use the LTB box for shipping. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, well, and you mentioned it right there. You recycled your LTB box. Okay, so this is not a lucky tackle box. Wow, look at. Can I just say that the little foam balls that Will put in here just take me back. I don't know how long, but they remind me of a former time. So I'm gonna pull all this stuff out of the box, and then we'll go through it kind of one by one, just so that I'm not spilling all of this filler stuff all over the place. But holy crap, Will, what? And I am spilling the filler crap all over the place, like I said. I didn't want to do. Oh my gosh, Will. All right. Sorry, guys, that I'm not keeping up on the comments, but it is what it is. I'm going to do what I can. Okay, guys. Where do I even start? There was a lot of terminal in here. Let's just start with that. Okay, so a couple packs of Bass Pro Shops XPS tender tube jigs. Wonder why they're called tender tubes. But these are just 1/4 ounce 5-pack tube jigs. Cool. And I think that was because there's a... Ooh. So this color is called Bleeding Pearl. I actually like that. I like white tubes. I've got a pack of white tubes, the Berkeley Havoc Smash tubes, and I like throwing the coffee tubes. I think Strike King tubes are legit, so I actually don't have any of these Pro Model tubes, but this is a good matchup right here. Awesome, awesome. I don't even know where to put this stuff. Here we go. Okay, and we got 2 more packs of hooks. These are awesome. These are Excalibur treble hooks, and I've actually never used or had any Excalibur treble hooks. So these are awesome. These are a size 2 treble hook, and these are a bronze hook. Pretty substantial in terms of the size and the gauge of wire on here. So these look to be pretty nice hooks. 3-sided cutting point hooks, huh? So like the trocar hooks. Interesting. I didn't know that. 6-degree self-setting. So 12 treble hooks in a pack. That's awesome. Size 2. I can definitely think of a few baits to put those on. And this is sealed very well. But this is a pack of feathered treble hooks, which is super rad. And I think Will knows that I like to use feathered treble hooks to fancy up my baits. And I just did that the other day. You know, I posted a picture yesterday on Instagram of the Rapala BX Brat. And after taking that picture, I swapped out one of the treble hooks for a feathered treble. These look super nice. These are a size 4 white feathered treble. And these will be perfect for jerk baits and top waters. Round bend, size 4. Boom. That is ideal. Love that. You know, Eric, this was a gift to me. So I can't totally tell you the name of the company. It says James on it, as you see here. I would have to look that up for you, but it is a local company here in Denver. This was a Hanukkah gift to me this past year. So really nice knife. I like it. So cool. Awesome Excalibur treble hooks. Thanks, Will. Love that. Next here is the Yum Fat Money Minnow. I've actually never seen this guy. I know that the Yum Money Minnow was like their hollow body swim bait, right? But I didn't know about this one, the Fat Money Minnow, which whoa. First of all, look at this thing. Pretty decent looking bait, to be honest. But it is fat. That's for damn sure. So feels like you'd have to reel this at a medium or medium fast speed, given just how much plastic there is. But it's a hollow body, so my guess is that it's got pretty decent action. Now, it comes with 2 EWG hooks and some nail weights. And I'm not quite sure. Comes with a couple of these 7/0 EWG hooks in here, and then some nail weights up at the top. And I where would you put the nail weights? I'm not quite sure. I guess just in the belly. But yeah, you just load the nail weights into this thick portion of the belly where it's not hollow. And interesting concept. So you kind of get everything in the pack here. You get 2 baits, 2 hooks, 4 nail weights, and you're good to go. So interesting. I've never seen or tried this before. I thought I could sneak this out of the pack without, breaking it, but then look, I just cracked it twice. This is just one of those baits where, like, packaging was a little bit of an oversight, It's like, how am I supposed to open this thing and then ever hang it up again? That kind of bugs me when baits are that way. If I want to open this, I have to take the entire packaging off and then would never be able to hang it up. So I have to find a way to sneak my way in here. Kind of finagle. Push that around. And that'll work for now. So there's the Yum Fat Money Minnow setup. Very cool, Will. Thank you. And then we got a couple more baits here. We got a crankbait. Yeah, that is a project. Darren Wu in the house. What up, bro? Okay, this is the Max Lure Crank X. That feels a little bit like a Lucky Tackle Box crankbait, if you ask me. But this is a chartreuse blackback. Well, not quite blackback. Chartreuse half blackback. Square bill crankbait. Looks pretty good. Has kind of a mild rattle to it. Nothing crazy. Okay. Whoop. Dropped it on the ground. Treble hooks seem fine. So, honestly, I've never heard of Max Lure as a company. And I don't see a whole lot of information about the bait on the package. So, it doesn't say anything about diving depth or lure weight or anything like that. But Will says he got 4 of these on eBay. Have you tried fishing them before yet? It looks like a pretty standard square bill crankbait. My guess is that it dives in the ballpark of 3 to 5 feet and weighs maybe a little bit less than 3/8 of an ounce. Felt pretty standard to me. All right, so next up is a jig. This from Bulldog Lures. I actually don't know Bulldog Lures, but what's cool is they call this the Cricket jig, super skipping and grass jig. And what's awesome is this is a 1/4 ounce jig with a Gamakatsu hook on there. So it says this was designed by Tom Mann Jr. Bulldog Lures is based out of Bryan, Texas. Man, this looks kind of old, but this is awesome. So Gamakatsu hooks, 1/4 ounce jig. Look at this color. Wow, the skirt is stiff as all get out, but Wow, that's a relatively small, lightish wire hook. So I'll tell you right now that wow, this skirt needs to be massaged. It needs to be combed. It's almost, you know, dreading. So I'm gonna trim up this skirt quite a bit, make it flare out. I'm gonna trim up this weed guard by about a half a centimeter. And cool thing is, this is a small hook. I want to say this is a 1/0, maybe 2/0 hook. So really can fish this as a finesse skipping jig. And not quite sure what I'll throw on here, but I like this jig. Yeah, you're right, Eric. I think it does need a little bit of love in the way of massaging, combing. Needs a haircut, maybe some shampoo, and you know, it might be a new man. You know, it's like your kid that went off to college. This was me when I graduated college 10 years ago, guys. Picture this: I had dreadlocks when I graduated college, and yeah, a year later, I looked like I do now. So anyway, let's move on. We got a couple more things in here. Pack of Great Lakes soft plastics. Great Lakes baits. Don't know about these. Eric, that was you before the military too? Wow, look at these little guys. So this is just like a little 4-inch stick bait. Watermelon candy or something of the sort. Watermelon with some purple and some red in there, I think. So looks like maybe this is just like one of those sample packs or something. You know, there's 5 in here. Definitely looks like a clear water finesse tactic type of bait. I would throw this on a drop shot on a wacky rig. I would throw this maybe on a Nico rig or on a small shaky head, but definitely a finesse worm here. So interesting to have. And another pack of soft plastics. This is the first that I've ever had or held in my hand of the bio baits. So, oh, of course, they're going to make you rip it. So, whatever. It kind of stinks. Yeah, fish oil infused, they say. So this is the fluke style bait that BioBait makes. Wow, look at that. That's actually remarkably straight out of the package and soft. This is made from a different type of material. Like I said, I've never felt these before, and weird. So look at that, very pearl white belly and a super realistic perch pattern on the side. This is the yellow perch color, and I actually made a point to acquire a lot of perch pattern baits, especially jerk baits and some top waters this past year, because I thought that I was going to be doing a lot of fishing at some of these smallmouth bodies of water where there is a lot of yellow perch as some of the main forage in addition to rainbow trout. So I can definitely see some uses for this right away. I gotta say, it feels weird holding biodegradable and Yeah, it's got a weird scent, and it definitely feels weird. Not Elastec whatsoever, Eric. In fact, kind of the opposite. Doesn't feel like standard soft plastic. Uh, Felt weird to hold in my hands. I'm sure it fishes normally, but yeah, the bio baits, super realistic. Check that out. Switchback, awesome. And last item here. Whew! You guys sent me so much stuff. This is the Lucky Strike Scrounger Shad. Also, I've never tried one of the Lucky Strike Scroungers. There have been a number of times where I have seriously considered getting the Scrounger because, like I've told you, I like some of the Lucky Strike baits, including the, or I should say, especially the Bass Magic baits. But anyway, the Lucky Strike Scrounger is like the OG. And you know, here they've got their fluke style bait rigged on here, and they've got it rigged horribly. So I'm just going to pull this straight off of there. It comes with two more trailers in the pack. So maybe what I'll do is show you what it looks like with one of these rigged straight. Even though I probably won't use these trailers on this bait, but this bill looks like it's a little bit goofed up, to be honest. So we'll have to see if it swims straight or if it needs a whole lot of tuning. But Scrounger heads, if you look at this one, to me it looks like it wasn't cut properly. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off of here for you guys to see. The hole is too close to this side than it is here. So what happens is when I push it up over, it's going to lean. So just watch this. This is how you rig a scrounger, by the way. Just going to thread this up, and we're going to pull it up over the head. Sometimes you have to be rough with it, but I don't necessarily trust this one. Some of the new ones made by, Picasso, the Sujin heads, and the Scottsboro ones, the sniper heads, those ones you can definitely trust. But see, I just popped that over. Now, once you get it on, you just adjust it and then you flip it forward. So once I have this bill on here, what you see is once it's straight up and down, that's like straight up and down. It's almost on the edge of the bill. So I'm not sure if it's going to run straight up and down or not, but it's definitely off center. So a little bit disappointing to see, but I like that this is a Finesse Scrounger Jig. This is just a 1/4 ounce. And so let's go ahead and rig this puppy right on there. And hopefully I rigged it a little bit better than the people at Lucky Strike with that one that came straight out of the pack. So here we have what do they call it? The Lucky Strike Scrounger Shad. And, you know, I have a pack of these Lucky Strike flukes. I actually don't care for them very much. So, as I said, I won't end up using this trailer on this bait, but I am going to try this Scrounger to just see how it runs, especially when it is a little bit more sloppily made like that. I do wonder. You know, I've got the Sniper Shad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it out right now necessarily. Here's the Viper Shad baits that go with them. I knew I was going to do that. Just going to start dropping everything. Forget it. Okay, guys. Well, it's definitely too stiff, Brian. Like, look at this one that's made for the Scottsboro tackle. Sniper Shad. This is not too stiff. That is ideal for the back of a Scrounger. Again, that is called the Sniper Shad. So anyway, guys, what I wanted to say is thank you to Riley and William and Will for sending those two packages that I just finished opening. It took me almost an hour to open them, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for everything that you guys sent. I will put most, if not everything, to use, and I'm super happy. So more than anything, I'm just grateful for the interaction, the relationship, and the opportunity for the back and forth. You know, so thank you for supporting the channel and for hanging out during these live streams. Thanks for letting me send you guys stuff, and vice versa. Thanks for sending me stuff in return. So really appreciate you guys. Yeah, Riley, the Sniper Shad is wicked. I'm just dropping everything. Who cares? The Sniper Shad is awesome, and it's made specifically for the Scrounger. Scottsboro Tackle makes a really good Scrounger head, so yeah, they were smart to make a bait to go on the back of it. I thought I'd be able to find that those heads, but honestly, I don't know that I'm going to be able to. So, Scottsboro Tackle is definitely top-notch, Will. Got to agree with you on that one. Yeah, their swim baits are very good. Look at that. Oh my Lord. I need to go fish this bait ASAP. You know, it's like seeing and having baits like this makes me feel like I really don't need to be picking up the new Boom Boom. You know, I've got some big 6 and 7 inch baits that need to be fished anyway. I really don't need, you know, the bigger version of this bait. Are any of you guys eyeing the 8 inch Optimum Papa Boom Boom or no? Thank you very much, Will. I also hope that I have some awesome success on that Ninja Swimmer. I can see it being killer in some dirty, shallow water, especially on some sunny days. So here's to hoping that bait does well for me. But we will see. Thank you very much for sending it my way, Will. I appreciate you. Riley, you checked out Kitag. Good for you. Beaver trailers, swim trailers. You mean the crazy flappers? All right, Justin. Well, good luck in the morning to you. Have a great rest of your night. Sleep well, and good luck fishing, man. Have a great weekend. I will probably be back on tomorrow if you want to join. So yeah, I've got a discount tackle package to unbox, and I also have a special package from a jig company that wanted to send me some samples. So I've got stuff to show you guys, and I will be on tomorrow night one way or another. So if you're not working tomorrow night and you want to jump on, feel free. So anyway, yeah, this is a really substantial bait here, the Optimum Boom Boom swim bait. These come 2 to a pack, and take, you know, an owner 8/0 or a Trocar 9/0 like I have here very well. The new Papa Boom Boom is 8 inches, is significantly bigger than this, and takes an owner 12/0 beast hook. So I'm not totally sure about that bait. And you know, as you can see, this tail, it actually, this bait reminds me. These baits are very similar in design. Okay, this is the Beast Coast Creep 6.5, and this is the Optimum Boom Boom 6-inch. Now, the action of these guys is very different, and the way that they're made and how you fish them is different. So I actually like the Boom Boom quite a bit more than I like the Creep. But I can't quite decide about the 8-inch Papa Boom Boom and whether to get one or not, because these standard Boom Booms are big and they come 2 to a pack and are a good deal as it is. So, you know, the thing about them and the smaller size, and I can guarantee it's going to be the same for the 8-inch, is durability. I've had to use Mend It on this guy already once or twice, and I still haven't caught a fish on this bait. So that is a frustrating thing, is to have to worry about, you know, the hook slipping, the bait falling apart before it actually does its job. So it's a reasonably priced bait for a 6-inch, right? Good details, soft plastic, great colors, and most important, and you learn how to fish it properly. This bait is killer. But just damn it, Brian, I probably am going to get it. You know, the disappointing thing about the Boom Boom swim baits, aside from that durability, and it's not disappointing to me, but I guess it can be a turnoff to people who like versatility or people who aren't as comfortable fishing swim baits, is that it is very speed sensitive. So the Boom Booms are not meant to creep slowly, and they're not meant to burn fast up toward the top. So there is kind of a sweet spot speed for it to where it really gets going, and it has that pretty big kick in the back, and then that head wag to go with it. So it's a really effective bait, but not the most durable, and so you do have to kind of know what you're doing when you have it. So I will probably get the 8-inch, but I don't have the 12-aught beast hook to go with it. So I'm just left here contemplating whether the 11-aught VMC weedless underspin will get the job done, or if I need to buy some 12-aught beast hooks, because I don't really want to spend $20. But can you pause them, says Brian. I mean, just like you can pause any other swim bait, but no, I would generally not pause them. Nope, this is an interesting bait that these big soft plastics. It's more about drawing power than anything. So you're trying to pull fish out of cover, one, to identify where they are, but really the only thing that you're going to get to do to entice them to eat is to speed the bait up a little bit. So you're going to get followers, and then you speed it up. You might kill it for a second, but no, you can't pause the bait, if you will. It's gonna then nose down and start falling, and it doesn't have a very intriguing fall to it like a Kitech would. Okay, so you imagine, you throw a Kitech out there, and this thing is wagging the whole way down to wherever you decide to start fishing it. As you count it down, and then as you're fishing, this thing is kicking huge side to side, right? You don't get really any head action out of the bait. You get a ton of tail action. So when you're swimming this and you kill it, it will swim down, and you can speed it up and then kill it, and there's a lot more you can do with a bait like this. Whereas you go to that boom boom, and this thing is going to have a much more subtle action as it's falling through the water. So you're going to be swimming it a little bit faster to have this awesome action. And I'm not sure if you can see that head moving with the tail. But once you get this bait moving fast enough, the whole thing has a much more intriguing action. So it's that secondary action that does the work for you, as opposed to you needing to work the bait and then and force it to do other things. Does that make sense? I hope so. So yeah, these are completely different baits. Tons of action here, and you can pull it up and kill it and let it fall down. This one, you're going to swim quite a bit more straight through the column, just at that medium to medium fast speed to get the bait to do everything that it can do. And here's why I'm contemplating getting the 8-inch, is that I'm actually considering just stocking up more on the 4.5-inch. These 4.5-inch baits are awesome, and I've only got one more in this pack right here, and I caught one fish on this bait, but it's in really good shape right now. I don't think I've used any mend it on it yet. I rigged it perfect the first go around, caught a fish kind of right away, and I like the action on these guys. There's just a little bit more action in these 4.5 inch guys, and I fish skinny water, and I like to be able to throw a much more manageable bait like this. Like, I'll just tell you right now that this thing, sorry for the shaky, this thing only weighs 0.7 ounces total. 3/4 of an ounce rigged on a 1/4 ounce weedless swim bait head. So these baits here are very manageable, and you get 3 to a pack, and they're made from the same soft plastic, and they have the same great action in them. So yeah, that's the thing, Brian. This size is just more edible to so many more fish, and I've already got a lot of big baits, right? I've got those couple 6 and 7 inch baits I just showed you. I've got the 7 inch Spark Shad right there. I've got the 9 inch Megabass Mag Slow, and I've got a bunch of the 6 inch Mag Drafts. So I don't really need a big swim bait right now, but I could always use more little swim baits like this. Quite frankly, I used to throw a lot of the smaller, Kitex and Rage swimmers in this 4.8 inch size and the 3.8 inch, and I still do. Like, this rig will kill them, but I've just stepped out a little bit to try other baits, and in the process, I've fallen in love with some different baits, and some that are very, very good competitors to that Kitex. So of course you can throw the Kitex, the Rage Swimmer, or any of its competitors, but there's some baits out there, like this is the Spark Shad in the 5 inch from Megabass, and it comes in a 5-pack for $10, and super soft plastic, awesome action in that. So between the Megabass Spark Shad and the Optimum Baby Boom Boom, you've got some really interesting, cool, high quality, super soft plastic swim baits that are just a little bit different than your standard Kitex style bait. And I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys aren't asking for it, so I'll probably dip out of here in a second. And it feels like it's really just me and Brian hanging out right now. There's 8 people in here, 15 thumbs up, and yeah, appreciate all the support. Brian says, "How does it cast?" I don't know which one you were talking about at that point. You were probably talking about the 6 inch bait, but the little guy casts quite well, honestly. Oh, Brian. I think I probably like the Megabass better. And it's super versatile. Okay, they make it in a wide range of sizes. So, all right, so I'll show you a, the 3 inch size is perfect for the Okashira screw head, right? So like this jig head and this swim bait were like a match made in heaven. The 3-inch is a tiny little swim bait. Like I showed you, they make the 5-inch, and I love the 5-inch body. They make a 4-inch size, which is some people might prefer that just because the 5-inch is pretty substantial. But like I said, the 5-inch comes in 5 to a pack for $10, and this is the second pack of them that I've had, and I really, really like them. They also make a 7-inch, but it's really hard to find, and I've got a couple packs of it, and this is it here. Just look at that. I mean, it bends over almost as much as a Kitech does, but you get much more intriguing detail in the way of the fins and the thick body and the eyes on the front. It's much more realistic, and it's got a great swimming action to it. So I find that the Spark Shad is a little bit more stable and realistic than like a Kitech, but it's not quite going to give you the head wag of the Optimum Baby Boom Boom or Boom Boom. So it's a trade-off. You know, I would personally opt for the 4 or 5-inch Spark Shad if I could only have one. But yeah, this color is called Real, I think, or maybe it's called Wakasaki. But really cool color there of 7-inch Spark Shad. I do have this also in the like albino white color, and I've got one rigged up and on my swim bait rod as we speak outside right now. So that said, I will say this year I was hoping they were going to release an 8-inch Megabass Magdraft Freestyle. This, Brian, might be your better bet than going with the Spark Shad or the Boom Boom. This is an in-betweener. Literally right in between. So it's closer to the Boom Boom in size and price. But in terms of action, it's right in between the Spark Shad and the Boom Boom. As you can see, the tail gives you quite a bit more action than you get out of like the Boom Boom, but not nearly as much as the Spark Shad. So this bait is, I would say it's almost speed sensitive, but not quite. You just can't crawl this thing super, super slow on bottom. But otherwise, you can fish this thing at pretty much any speed, and it is really realistic, really soft, but quite a bit more durable than the Spark Shad in terms of the actual bait and what it's made of. You know, the Spark Shad has a ton of salt in it, and the Magdraft does not. So only thing is, just like all the other swim baits we've been talking about, you will tear up this hook slot after a couple of fish, after a couple of hook sets. It will start to loosen up quite a bit. So you know, that's the issue with this loose bait that I've got sitting around here, is that it has just gotten too loose in the hook slot here. Caught a couple of fish on it, and now I need to do a little repair job on it. So Riley, what are you talking about? The stuff that you sent me? Yeah, I'm definitely pumped about all the stuff that you guys sent me. I can't tell you how excited I am. So I will definitely put the Chopos and the Jigs to work ASAP. The Flicker Shads are a little bit more of a seasonal bait for me. Like I throw those medium to deeper diving, tight wobbling baits like the Shad Wraps and the Flicker Shads, when the water's cold. So early and late season personally. So I won't throw the Flicker Shads anytime soon, but I will definitely throw the Chopos and the Jigs. I'll throw those lipless crankbaits for sure. I just need to throw some hooks on them. And yeah, I'm going to try Williams' homemade bait just to see what it does. But I don't know if he left a comment on here saying that he tried fishing it or not. But thank you to you and your mom for helping get this package to me. I know that we had a little fiasco on the last package in sending, mine to William and vice versa. But regardless, I can't tell you how cool it is to finally receive this from you and how unnecessary it is for you to have bought me some lures like that. So crazy. Fresh out of the oven. Okay, so he just made the bait but didn't test it, huh? Not like Rapala, tank tested. So we'll see, what kind of action it has on it. I am curious. It doesn't look like it's going to be the most graceful of topwater walking baits, but we shall see. So anyway, guys, do you have any topic suggestions for tomorrow night? Or do you want to just see some of those baits that I've got from Discount Tackle and or from that jig company? They're called 2K Jigs. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them, but they sent me a little care package of some new jigs. So if there's anything that you guys want to talk about specifically tomorrow night, let me know. But otherwise, I am going to dip out of here in a second. Riley, these jigs are sweet. We got a green pumpkin head here, black head there. Just trying to think about what I'm going to use as trailers on these jigs. These are super versatile. Awesome. So, really appreciate that. Riley says, stuff you should have in your arsenal as the topic. Interesting. That seems pretty broad as a topic, and I wonder how we would narrow that down. But anyway, we'll think about it. So, Will Perriman, thanks for joining tonight. Even if it was for only a portion, thank you so much for sending the package. Really appreciate it. So, if I don't see you tomorrow night, have a great rest of your weekend. Good luck fishing. Sorry that you got rained out tonight. Brian Waterman, thanks for joining. Riley, William, Brian, thank you one last time for sending the packages. Thank you all for the support. We are coming up on 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to do a giveaway for that. Maybe I'll throw in a couple of jigs from 2K Jigs for 2K subscribers. Huh? You like that? If for whatever reason you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, please do me that solid. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss a future video. And I will be back on tomorrow night. We will hang out. Okay, guys? Cheers. Have a good one.